Oklahoma City, as the Thunder have begun to find some footing after a rocky start, Steven Adams has emerged as a go-to secondary option to support Russell Westbrook. The center is averaging 22 points per game on nearly 80% shooting during Oklahoma City's 3-game winning streak. The reason for his emergence? According to Thunder coach Billy Donovan, it's Carmelo Anthony and Paul George. "I think people have it really backwards," Donovan said when asked why Adams has taken on such bigger offensive focus. "That's the greatness, to me, of Carmelo Anthony. The reason why Steven Adams is doing what he's doing is because of Carmelo Anthony and Paul George." Adams finished with 20 points on 9 of 10 shooting in the Thunder's 100-94 win over the Utah Jazz on Tuesday. In an impressive 17-point comeback capped by a 32-14 fourth quarter, Adams had a critical putback with 43 seconds left to put the Thunder up 5. Meanwhile, Anthony struggled for large parts of the game, starting 2 of 13 from the floor before hitting 4 of his final 6 shots. George did the same, scoring just 3 points on 1 of 5 shooting in the first half and then 18 on 6 of 8 shooting in the second half. "I think a lot of people don't see, they look at Carmelo and think, oh, he's only taken 7 or 8 shots in 2 games, and they miss the big picture of what the guy has done for Steven Adams," Donovan said. "It should be 1 point for Steven and 1 point for Carmelo. 1 point for Steve, 1 point for Paul. It's a team. I think you all benefit from each other when you're out there on the floor and playing the right way." In the 2 previous games, against the Minnesota Timberwolves and San Antonio Spurs, Anthony attempted a total of 17 shots, and for the first time in his career, he scored in single digits in consecutive games. Anthony made a clear, intentional effort to make extra passes and resist low-efficiency non-paint jumpers. George and Donovan spoke after Sunday's game against the Spurs about Anthony's sacrifice, with Anthony saying he's willing to do whatever it is the team needs from him. "For me, personally, it's just about doing something different, seeing where the team really needs me on a night-to-night basis," Anthony said Sunday. "And just be willing to do that and being willing to sacrifice, not every night having to score 20 or 30 points. And I am good with that. It's a good feeling as long as we're winning." Down the stretch against the Jazz, though, the Thunder looked for Anthony, as he scored 8 of his 14 in the final 5 minutes. "We took our time and executed our play," Anthony said afterward. "We found something that was working, stayed with it and made them make the adjustment." Donovan also made sure to praise Adams for his improvement, saying Adams had the best summer that he has seen since becoming coach 3 years ago. But the message was loud and clear: the Thunder play at their best when they take advantage of the space provided by their stars, not when they force the issue. "Every game that goes by you get new information, and I think the information for us is, if you look at us scoring 61 points in the second half, it really comes down to shots," Donovan said after Monday's tilt. "I have great respect for every guy on this team and their ability offensively, but there are times where you just have to pull back on some things.